Good evening and welcome to Q1067, and thank you for tuning in as we bring you live coverage of the 2024 Kansas American Legion Class AA State Baseball Tournament. We are following the Norton American Legion baseball team as they go through the tournament and hopefully bring some trophies home. I am being joined in on the action with Max. Max, are you there?
Max Blasky, we are with you from Concordia, Kansas, as American Legion Baseball is on your dial here on KQNK. It's a wonderful evening to get first-round action started here for the Norton American Legion squad. It is 90 degrees with a southeast breeze about 10 miles an hour here from Concordia, Kansas. Norton walks into this 2A state championship tournament as the 8 seed, 10 and 13 on the season. They will take on number 1 seed and two-time defending state champions Iola with a 27-6 record in this Game 4 here today from Concordia. In game number 1 of the evening, 3-seeded Smith County defeated 6-seeded Independence 3-2, setting up a matchup with number 2-seed Hiawatha, who defeated 7-seed Marysville in game number 2. And in the game before ours here, 4-seeded Concordia held on for a 5-3 win over 5-seeded Corning. Winning of our contest here this evening between Norton and Iola will go on to face the Concordia American Legion squad, while the loser will play tomorrow morning versus Corning. It's a wonderful evening for baseball here in Concordia. Max Blasky on the mic here tonight. Mandy Fick back in studios making everything work just as smooth as butter for us here this evening. It is a young Norton squad that takes the mound or takes the field here today. Their top 2 hitters are batting .243 on the season. That would be Colin Springer and Gavin Tallheim, who are batting .429 and .423 respectively. 3 other batters over .300, but they are up against the tall task in the 2-time repeating champions in Iola here this evening. The 8 seed and the 1 seed up for you next here on KQNK. We're going to take our first time out of the evening, bring it back right here to Concordia for first pitch and starting lineups right after this break. Wonderful rendition of the national anthem here in Concordia, Kansas, as that means it is ball time here on KQNK. Starting lineups now brought to you first for Iola. Again, mentioned they are the top seed in this tournament, come in with a 27-6 record, head coached by DJ Taylor. They will lead off number 1, Corbin Cloud, the pitcher. Number 4, Blake Ellis, second baseman. Number 22, Rogan Weir, the shortstop. Number 17, Trey Sumner, center fielder. Number 20, Brandon McCarron, the right fielder. Number 24, Grady Duggarty, the first baseman. Number 8, Tyler Isbell, third baseman. Number 7, Logan Page, left fielder. And rounding out the 9 for Iola, number 25, Avery Volfus, a catcher here this evening. So Cloud, Ellis, Weir, Sumner, McCarron, Duggarty, Isbell, Page, and Volfus will be the 9 out there for Iola. Iola is the visiting team here today, so Norton will get first crack at the lineup here this evening. Starting for the Norton American Legion squad, it will be number 8, Colin Springer. He will be your shortstop. Batting second, number 12, Logan Willauer, the right fielder. Number 50, Jaden Bull, the pitcher, will be your 3-hole hitter. Batting cleanup, number 6, Owen Hammond, in center fielder. Batting fourth, Caden Seams, your first baseman, number 44. Number 30, Gavin Tallheim, your catcher. Batting fifth, number 13, Carter Kendall, your third baseman. Number 17, Ryan Frevo, your second baseman there, Kendall being your third baseman. And rounding out the 9 for Norton, Kai Cox, number 10, will be in center fielder. So starting 9 for Norton here today, Springer, Willauer, Boyle, Hammond, Seams, Thalheim, Kendall, Frevo, and Cox out there for Norton today. Norton squad comes into this contest with a record of 10-14, of course led by head coach Scott Ellis. Was talking to him a little bit before. This is a young American Legion post team for the senior squad. Only 3 boys that really are senior Legion players. A lot of players playing up here and getting experience against the back-to-back 2A American Legion state champs in Iola. First pitch is on the way, right on time and a little early here at 7:20. First pitch is going to be swung on and missed by Springer, and we are off here from Concordia. Beautiful evening for baseball, as it was a little warmer this afternoon. 95 got to be the high today in this Kansas heat. There was a stiff breeze coming from the right to left field, but now that breeze has died down. Sun is starting to go behind the backdrops here in Concordia on what is a beautiful college field just to the east. 390 to dead center here in Concordia, 325 to the corner, so a huge outfield on this college field, a lot of space to play. 1-2 pitch into Springer is going to be down and away. We're going to knock this one up here at 2-2 to the lead-off man. Springer, one of those big bats for Norton here so far this year, batting .423, a contact team that really likes to hit the ball around the field and get those base runners on bases. No home runs so far this year, only 3 triples, and they go to 2 players, as we'll get into that here in just a little bit. Springer fouls off the 2-2. It's going to stay there, and he watches the third pitch strike go right down the middle. First strikeout now for the pitcher from Iola, and Corbin Cloud. You don't see it very often. The pitcher is also the leadoff hitter here for Iola tonight, already dealing on the mound, righty on righty matchup. Cloud comes set now. Second hole hitter Logan Willauer, right field, steps up to the plate, watches the first pitch strike go right down the middle. Down in the count, 0-1. Willauer so far on the season, 51 at bats, 337 batting average. He does have 11 RBIs and 15 runs scored, only 4 walks though in those 51 at bats, so a high swing and miss rate for Willauer so far this year. Does get a ball on the second one. Nope, actually we're going to call that a strike, so quickly down in the count here, 0-2. 0-2 pitch coming to the 2-hole hitter. That one's going to be high and away. Heat being thrown by Corbin Cloud so far tonight from Iola. That one probably ramps up there about 80 miles an hour. We're going to see how Norton can adjust to this pitching power. Second straight strikeout, second straight looking strikeout too for Iola. First 2 batters from Norton offering no resistance. Now will be your 3-hole hitter, Jaden Boyle, pitcher here tonight, wearing number 50. Norton will be in their road blue uniforms with white pants on the bottom. Iola kind of in a light gray top with a light gray bottom, red numbers across the chest and number on the back with red sleeves. First pitch to Boyle is a strike. Second one in there, that one's going to be a strike too, as well as Cloud is out here just filling up the strike zone. Already 9 pitches, 6 of them strikes here so far. Here's a swing and a miss, then Cloud sets down the Norton. 1-2-3 in the top of the first inning. No runs, no hits, no men left on base, and 3 strikeouts for Norton to start this contest. At the end of 1/2 inning, Norton nothing, Iola up to bat. We'll be back here in 60 seconds.
The Norton American Legion Post 63 is proud of all of the Norton American Legion baseball players and coaches for their hard work this season. Good luck and have fun this weekend as you go for the championship.
Everyone at United Northwest Federal Credit Union stands behind and supports all the efforts of the Norton American Legion baseball team. Good luck from United Northwest Federal Credit Union, where everything they do for you.
Donovan Excavating knows the Norton American Legion baseball players and coaches will dig deep and try hard to win the state championship this weekend. Donovan Excavating is your first call for all of your oil field and farm dirt construction needs.
Hopalong IT Services of Norton wishes the best of luck to the Norton American Legion baseball team this weekend. Hopalong IT Services offers local IT support for residents and small to mid-sized businesses.
Max Blasky back with you here from Cloud County Community College side of their home baseball squad in Concordia, Kansas. About 2.5 hours away from Norton, Kansas. Iola made the almost 4.5 hour drive from the southeast portion of the state. A few fans here from Iola. A good crowd of Norton supporters, though, here so far in this late evening game. It is the last game of the evening as the 8-seeded Norton faces top seed Iola. So far today, 3-seeded Smith County took on 6-seeded Independence in the first contest of the day. Won that one 3-2. In game number 2, 2-seeded Hiawatha edged past Marysville 6-4. Marysville held the lead after the first inning, but couldn't get the bats going after that. It was a nail-biter in game number 3 here today as 4-seeded Concordia held on to beat 5-seeded Corning. Roger Primo from Concordia pitched 6 1/3 inning, 9 strikeouts of the Corning squad, gave up no runs, but Corning left the bases loaded in the top of the 7th, unable to complete the comeback. Winner of this contest here before us between Iola and Norton will take on that Concordia squad tomorrow at 3:30. On the mound for Norton here tonight, it will be Jaden Boyle, a strike-throwing curveball thrower, says head coach Scott Ellis, and at this level you need to be throwing strikes, and he did there to start off with. 0-1 is the count to lead-off hitter Corbin Clout, pitcher for Iola. He just went 1, 2, 3 strikeouts of the Norton top of the order in the top of the first inning. 1-1 pitch, going to be grounded to the third base side. Picking that cleanly will be Carter Kendall across the diamond. 1 up, 1 down here for Norton here early on. I want to give a big thank you to our sponsors so far here tonight, including the Norton American Legion, United Northwest Federal Credit Union, and Donovan Excavating for making this game possible right here on KQNK. Glad to have you all dialed in here as Norton American Legion looks to make a run at a state title here in 2024. First pitch to second baseman Blake Ellis for Iola, second two-hole hitter. Righty stands in there strong and tall, is taken for a strike. Boyle brings in pitch number 2, just like batter before. Runs this count 1-1. We've had quick moving games so far here from Concordia. Expect this one to move along just as fastly. Boyle working fast, comes set at the hip, brings that in. Gets a strike called low and away. That's going to be in the favor of Boyle now. 1-2. Him looking to go 3 for 3 or 3 up, 3 down, just as Iola did in the top of the first. That one a little bit far down outside in the dirt, just a little bit. Not even dirt here in Concordia. It's that artificial turf. So I guess we say in the rubber, I suppose, maybe. We'll go with that one. 2-2 count here from Boyle. Righty comes set. That one's going to be down low off the catcher's chest plate. Good job to block that there by Gavin Tallheim. It's an opportunity for his first block. Get a little dirt on those pants here early on in the bottom of the first inning. Full count now. Righty comes set, pitches and deals. That's going to be low and away, and our first walk of the game is going to be issued by Norton. Ellis had him where he wanted him, down in this count 0-2, but just going to quite finish it off. Not the power pitcher that we saw Corbin Cloud pitch within that first inning. Boyle more of a finesse pitcher with a nice little curveball, says head coach Scott Ellis, but he's got to be able to throw strikes. Pumps that one into the zone. It's going to be a high fly ball. Left fielder calling it, coming in, and off of the glove of the left fielder out there. Didn't quite have left fielder on my mark, so can't remember who that is, but unfortunately it's going to be an error to start off this contest as runner moves up to second, and now Iola has runners at first and second here in the bottom of the first. Boyle comes set now. Rogan Weir, shortstop, will be your 3-hole hitter for Iola. Righty-on-righty matchup as Boyle comes set, pitches that one in. That one's driven to the left center field gap. That one's going to get down. That one's going to get all the way to the wall. One run is in. 2 runs are in as Weir powers around second base. And Iola takes the early 2-0 lead on the 1-out double. 2 RBIs there for Trey Sumner, actually, excuse me, on that call. as both Rogan Weir and Blake Ellis come around to score here early on. So Norton down early in this one already. 1 hit, 2 runs across the deck for Iola. Boyle looking to get back into this contest here. Now steps in lefty Brandon McKernan, right fielder wearing number 20 for Iola here in this one. Boyle from the stretch now takes a peek inside, comes set high under the chin. Looks to bring this one in. Pitch is delivered. It's driven up high, center fielder. This one might get down. No, it won't. Center fielder on the run. Catches that one. Owen Hammond got himself under that position. It's going to be a pop out, as moving up to third will be Sumner on the sacrifice fly by Brandon McCarron. So 2 runs already in here in the bottom of the first for Iola. The 2-run double hit by 4-hole hitter Trey Sumner. Blake Ellis got on with a walk. Rogan Weir followed that one up by a single. And Norton already down in this one 2-0. Boyle brings it in to Grady Duggarty, first baseman wearing in number 24. Gets ahead in this count now, 0-1. Boyle comes set at the chin from the stretch and delivers. Swing and a miss on that one. Good fastball there. They were setting slow early on. Duggarty couldn't quite catch up to that one. Now Boyle is in control, 0-2. Comes set with the 0-2 pitch. There's going to be a drive down the right field line, but that's going to be foul and out of play. Duggarty stays alive for one more at bat. Upcoming for Norton, it will be Owen Hammond, Caden Seams, and Gavin Tolheim, for Norton. Coming up in the top of the second, looking to get their first base runner here in this evening's contest. 0-2 pitch is fouled off again as Duggarty stays alive in this one. 0-2 pitch going to be inside from Boyle, taken for a ball. 1-2 now is the count. Boyle comes set, chin high, stretch, and delivers. Brings in, swing and a miss. Strike number 3 and out number 3 for Iola. But damage is done here in the bottom of the first. 2 runs on 1 hit, 1 man left on a base, and 1 error in the field committed by Norton. At the end of 1, it is 2-0 Iola. We'll be back here in 60 seconds.
Everyone at Moffitt Drug are big fans of the Norton American Legion baseball team, and they know the team will bring their game this weekend at the state championship tournament. Good luck from Moffitt Drug, your hometown pharmacy in Norton.
Breeze Crop Agency joins in on cheering the Norton American Legion baseball players and coaches as they breeze through the competition this weekend. At Breeze Crop Agency, they know the importance of investing in you and your future.
Cole Family Eye Care is cheering on the Norton American Legion baseball players and coaches as they compete in the state championship tournament. Cole Family Eye Care provides quality eye care and vision needs for the entire family.
The bank is proud of all of the players and coaches of the Norton American Legion baseball team and all they have achieved this season. Good luck this weekend at the state championship tournament from The Bank, here for all your ag loan needs.
Bullock Incorporated knows that all the hard work and effort put in this season by the players and coaches of the Norton American Legion baseball will pay off this weekend during the state championship. Don't forget Bullock Incorporated for all your oil exploration and oil well service needs.
And you're back.
Big thank you here this evening to Hopalong IT Service, Moffitt Drug, and Breeze Crop Agency, making this broadcast possible here on KQNK. Max Blasky along with you for the ride from Concordia, Kansas, as Norton American Legion baseball is on your radio dials. Norton trails here this one early, 2-0. Top of the second after a 1-out double was hit by Trey Sumner of Iola, drove in 2 runs. Jane Boyle did a good job of getting out of that one, though, with a strikeout towards the end of the evening. Owen Hammond's going to lead this one off with a ground out to shortstop. Easy play there for the shortstop on the 1-1 count. Norton down now. 1 out already here in the top of the second. Caden Seams steps to the batter's box so far here this afternoon, or this evening. First at bat for Seams, 276 on the season in 58 at bats. 12 walks drawn to as well, as Norton's just looking to get someone on base here so far. Corbin Cloud for Iola is pitching and dealing. He struck out the side in the first inning, grounded out the second one, and is quickly working here in the second inning. Caden Seams is ahead, though, 2-1 in the count. Norton's looking for their first base runner still. Righty on righty matchup. That one's going to be low and outside, but we're going to call it a strike there. Good frame job by the catcher as Seams knotted up here 2-2. Working quickly is Cloud. Brings in that 3-2 strikeout number 4 victim for Norton here in this one. Gavin Talheim now stepping into the plate. Only 6 games played so far here this year, but averaging .429 on the season already with 4 walks. Got a little late start to the season, said head coach Scott Ellis. One of the better bats on this young Norton team here that made this trip to Concordia with their 10-13 record. They made a trip here last year, too, as well. Remember calling them in this setting. Lost in first-round action, though, last year, too, and already behind the 8 ball here in this one. 1-1 count now to Talheim. That one's going to be high and tight, buzzed right by the head plate there of the catcher. 2-1 is your count. Cloud comes set. There's going to be a swing and a miss. Knocks him up at 2-2 on the dirty little changeup, low and away. Cloud has been pumping fastballs so far for Iola. Shakes off first pitch, shakes off second pitch. Now comes set at the belt and deals. That's going to be low and away. Works this count full here in this one. 3-2 count on the 5-hole hitter. Gavin Talheim. Norton trails this one, top of the second, 0-2. Already 2 out in this inning. 3-2 pitch comes in. Looking strikeout number 5. All ready for Cloud here in this one. No hits, no runs, no men left on base, no errors in the field for Iola in this one as they are up 2-0 when we come back. At bottom of the second action, we'll be back here in 60 seconds.
Boxler Insurance joins the community in supporting the Norton American Legion baseball team as they compete for the 2024 state championship. Boxler Insurance, the insurance store providing services since 1931.
Otters, Inc. recognizes all the hard work and dedication the players and coaches of the Norton American Legion baseball team put in all season long, and they wish them the best of luck this weekend. From Otters, Inc., building angle dozer blades since 1958.
Cowpoke Supply hopes the Norton American Legion baseball team hits it out of the park this weekend at the state championship tournament. Good luck from Cowpoke Supply, where they have everything you could need for any building or remodeling project.
As the Norton American Legion baseball team takes their hard work and dedication to the state championship this weekend, Equity Bank follows them with all the support they deserve. Equity Bank, right here beside you every step of the way.
TNC Kitchen roots for the home team and wishes them all good luck this weekend at the state championship tournament. Don't forget TNC Kitchen offers breakfast all day, every day, and be sure to check out their daily noon and evening specials.
Max Plasky back with you here on KQNK as Norton American Legion Baseball is on your radio dial. Game number 4 here from Concordia. Smith County and Hiawatha punched their tickets to second round action earlier with wins over Independence and Marysville respectively. In the game before us, Concordia sneaks out a win over 5-seeded Corning. 5-3 victory on that one. So far here in this contest, Iola jumped out to a 2-0 lead in the bottom of the first. Pitcher for Iola, Corbin Cloud, already has 5 strikeouts to his name so far here this evening on this Norton offense that just has not been able to keep up here early on in the first 2 innings. Pitching on the mound, Jaden Boyle not doing too bad a job, only allowed a 2-run double there in the bottom of the first, has been throwing strikes, and at this stage of the game, that is so important to keep runners at bay. 1-1 count here now to the, where are we at, 7-hole hitter, Kyler Isabel. I'm going to try not to call him Kyle Isbell, center fielder for the Royals this evening. Good running try by the left fielder, but it's going to be foul and out of play. Now count stuck in 2-1-2. Iola got the first runs in the bottom of the first on that before-mentioned 2 RBI double by cleanup hitter Trey Subner. Norton went 1, 2, 3 in the top of the first, and went 1, 2, 3 in the top of the second. Still looking for their first base runner when they get up to bat in the top of the third. Boyle brings it home. This is going to be low and away. Knotted up now at 2-2 is your pitch count. Boyle takes a look at the sign, comes set above the chin. Below the chin, brings that one in. That one's going to be driven high right in front of me. Off the bleachers, heard the big bang. We're not going to quite catch that foul ball. They're giving away icicles, or what do we call them? Ice pops, I guess, for anyone that catches a foul ball over here. You're an announcer about got one, but we'll stay right here for that one. 2-2 count now as Boyle's battling out with Isbell, third baseman here tonight for Iola. Comes set with the 2-2, brings it home, swing and a miss. Good changeup there on that one. Second strikeout already for Boyle as catcher throws down to first to finish that one out. That got away from the catcher. One down now, top of the second inning. Logan Page now up, left fielder for Iola. Lefty batter goes against the righty pitcher here. Boyle comes set with the first pitch. That one's going to be a little bit high and tight. Ball one. Boyle's been doing a good job here so far this evening, getting ahead of batters and staying in front of that count. Brings home. That one's driven right to the second baseman, just past him. Couldn't quite reach his glove out there. Was Ryan Prevost. Good diving attempt by the second baseman, but just a little bit out of his reach by a few inches. So second hit here for Iola in the bottom of the order, coming up with a single here. As 9-hole hitter Avery Bullfist, the catcher, number 25, steps in the right-handed hitter's box. Iola again on the season, 27-6 from the southeast portion of the state. Took the 4.5-hour drive. Of course, Norton about 2.5 hours here from Concordia, getting the late game here this evening. Iola, your back-to-back 2A or Class 2A American Legion champs too as well. So for a young Norton team, a long hill to climb here this evening, and already down 2-0. Iola threatened again with a runner on first. There goes runner from first. Call. Pitch is called strike. Runner is down at second with a steal. First one here this evening for either squad, but a runner now in scoring position. Pitch was called a strike, so it's a 1-1 count now here on Bullfist. Catcher for Iola. From the stretch, Boyle brings it below the chin, brings it in. That's going to be a swing and a miss. Is way ahead of that one there was the catcher. Boyle head in this count now 1-2. Already seen 7 combined strikeouts through 2 1/3 innings from both of these squads, or an inning and a third, excuse me. Is Boyle a little bit more of a finesse pitcher? We've seen pitcher for Iola, Corbin Cloud, just run it in there with that fastball here early on. 1-2 pitch, a little outside. We're going to tie it up here at 2-2. Boyle comes set under the chin, brings it home. Thought about it, did the 9-hole hitter, but he's going to work this one full now. 3-2 is your count. Boyle takes a look in, shakes off one, shakes off the second, shakes off the third, finally settles on a pitch. Sets and deals, brings it in. That was right there, but we're not going to get the strike call here this evening, folks. That's going to be a walk. Second one issued so far. Or, excuse me, first walk issued so far here by Boyle. As we're going to run the lineup back to the top. Ryan Golden is going to be your courtesy runner over at first for the catcher. He's going to get ready for the bottom of the second inning. Boyle comes set now with the top of the order. Corbin Cloud rounded out in his first at-bat, pitcher here tonight for Iola. Righty-righty matchup. He brings it in. That's going to be a strike. Gets ahead here in the bottom of the second. Boyle takes a look at runner at second, comes set here with the 1-2 pitch. That's going to be grounded to the second baseman. He eats that one up, throws it on the first, gets the easy force out. Runners advance 90 feet. With an out nonetheless here, as that's 2 outs now here in the bottom of the second inning. Now runners second and third, both in scoring position. Single could drive two more home. Blake Ellis was that first walk of the evening in the first inning. He came around to score on that 2 RBI. Trey Subner double. They gave Iola this 2-0 lead where we set. Boyle comes set. That's going to be fouled straight back into the netting. 0-1 is your count. Norton trails here early on, bottom of the second inning, 0-2. Iola got both of those runs in the first. 2 outs here, 0-1 count to the 2-hole hitter, Blake Ellis. Boyle brings a set, drives that one deep center field. Center fielder coming in, gloves that one. Good catch there to close that inning out. 1 hit, no run, 2 men left on base, no errors in the field for Norton, and it was 1 walk issued. No damage done as runners got up to second and third. Boyle did a good job of getting out of that one. At the end of 2, Iola leads 2-0. We're back here in 60 seconds for the top of the third inning.
Farm Bureau Financial Services of Norton is giving a big shout out to all the players and coaches of the Norton American Legion baseball team as they compete in the state championship tournament this weekend. It's never too early or too late to plan your financial future. You can contact Joy Johnson today.
Fun and Still Heating and Cooling is sure that the Norton American Legion baseball team will play cool under pressure and during their quest at the state championship tournament. Fun and Still Heating and Cooling provides maintenance on HVAC and heating units to keep you comfortable all year long.
Mad Duck Construction knows that the Norton American Legion baseball team has what it takes to go all the way this weekend in the state championship tournament. Good luck and bring home that trophy from Mad Duck Construction.
The Norton American Legion Post 63 is proud of all of the Norton American Legion baseball players and coaches for their hard work this season. Good luck and have fun this weekend as you go for the championship.
Everyone at United Northwest Federal Credit Union stands behind and supports all the efforts of the Norton American Legion baseball team. Good luck from United Northwest Federal Credit Union, where everything they do for you.
A big thank you to our sponsors making this broadcast possible, including those just mentioned, along with Cole Family Eye Care, the Bank in Norton, and Mohawk Incorporated. Thank you for your support of the Norton American Legion team this weekend in Concordia. Back to work is Corbin Cloud against this Norton offense that hasn't found themselves a base runner so far here through 2 innings. It will be Carter Kendall that gets us started in the top of the third, working to even just get a base runner for Norton, try and get some runs across, trailing here 2-0. 1-1 pitch is brought in. That one's going to be low and outside. Works this count in the favor of the batter, Kendall. 2-1. Quickly working is Cook here, swing and a foul over to the left side. 2-2 is your count. After Kendall, it will be Ryan Prevost, Kai Cox up next, and if anyone gets on base, back to the top of the order in Colin Springer. 2-2 pitch coming in from the belt, delivers, swing and a miss from Kendall, as that's now strikeout number 6 already for Corbin Cloud through 2 1/3 inning, as he is dealing here in first round action of this Double-A American Legion tournament from Concordia. Ryan Prevost, second baseman now. Up second here for Norton in this one. Some of you have heard this story already here in this one. Strike 1 thrown by Corbin Cloud. Norton's going to have to get their bats off those shoulders and start swinging at pitches here. The Cloud is just working that strike zone, filling it up. 1-1 pitch now. Corbin comes set at the belt and deals. Swing and a miss. Couldn't catch up to that fastball, did Prevost. The young Norton team here so far getting shut out through 2 1/3 innings. 1-2 count here now on the 8-hole hitter, second baseman. Brings it in, swing and a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts for Norton in this one. Kai Cox, your 9-hole hitter, will up come trying to get something going in this one, as Ryan just shakes his head and can't catch up to that one. Got to get that swing started just a little bit earlier here. Kai Cox, center fielder, already one nice play there in the top of the second inning. Looking to get the bats going here for Norton in this one. Draws a first pitch ball, so first time Norton's been ahead in the count here in this contest, and we're just 2 2/3 through the way. Swing and a miss. 1-1 count from Cloud. Quickly comes set with a 1-1 pitch. Brings that one. Swing and a miss again. Down in the count. 1-2. Corbin Cloud looking to strike out the side for the second time here this evening. From the belt, pitches and deals, brings it in, and he went around. Kai Cox went around. That's going to be 3 straight swings and misses for this Norton offense as they go no hits on no runs, no runners left on base, and no errors in the field so far through the end of 2.5 innings. Norton trails this one at 2-0. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Donovan Excavating knows the Norton American Legion baseball players and coaches will dig deep and try hard to win the state championship this weekend. Donovan Excavating is your first call for all of your oil field and farm dirt construction needs.
Hopalong IT Services of Norton wishes the best of luck to the Norton American Legion baseball team this weekend. Hopalong IT Services offers local IT support for residents and small to mid-sized businesses.
Everyone at Moffitt Drug are big fans of the Norton American Legion baseball team, and they know the team will bring their game this weekend at the state championship tournament. Good luck from Moffitt Drug, your hometown pharmacy in Norton.
Breeze Crop Agency joins in on cheering the Norton American Legion baseball players and coaches as they breeze through the competition this weekend. At Breeze Crop Agency, they know the importance of investing in you and your future.
Cole Family Eye Care is cheering on the Norton American Legion baseball players and coaches as they compete in the state championship tournament. Cole Family Eye Care provides quality eye care and vision needs for the entire family.
2-0 is our score here as we start the bottom of the third inning from Concordia, Kansas. Norton trailing this one. They gave 2 runs in the first inning on a 2 RBI double by 4-hole hitter Trey Sumner. Brogan Rear was one of those runs as he reached himself on a single as he leads off this third inning to get us going here from Concordia. Soft little grounder there to Prevost on the right-hand side. Gloves throws over. Safe. Rogan Weir shows off some speed there from Iola. I thought Prevost had plenty of time to get him out, but out of nowhere, Weir kicks on the Jets about halfway down that line and runs him out, or did he? Oh, foul ball is going to be the call. Wasn't quite sure. No, they called him out. Okay, well, I guess they called him out. So good little ground out there to start off this half of the inning. Swore the ump over there, threw up the safe signal. I guess must get my eyes checked at one of these times. Second game here today. But enjoying every minute of it. Aforementioned Sumner up to bat now, 4-hole hitter, center fielder. He is 1 for 1 with those 2 RBIs and that double. Drives it right to the shortstop. Tough bounce there for the shortstop. That was a tough one to pick up there. I believe that was Kai Cox, excuse me, he's over there at shortstop. I'm getting my numbers a little mixed up here. Tough little break there for Kai at shortstop here today as we're going to get runner now going on first pitch in there safely after the signal. Sumner steals second steal so far here today for Iola as they are now back in action with a runner at second base. Pop-up pitch here right behind us. That's going to land in foul. Ground. Boyle now tied up in this count 1-1, trying to keep this score right here where it is at 2-0. Norton hasn't even found themselves a base runner yet so far. We'll try and do that with the top of the order when we come back at the top of the fourth inning. Boyle pitches that one in there to the lefty. Brandon McCarnan, right fielder, popped out in his first at-bat. Takes the ball now here, heading the count 2-1. Boyle comes out of the stretch, sets below the chin, swings that one in there. That one's going to be popped out foul over by the third base side. 2-2 is your count. 2-2 count here as Jane Boyle looks to get his team out of this inning. Trey Sumner got himself a single, moves into scoring position with the runners with the steal of second. Takes off for third on the hit and run there, but it will be fouled straight back. So hit and run spoiled here with a 1 out in the top of the third inning. Bottom of the third inning. Boyle comes set underneath the chin, pitches and deals. That one's going to be driven left center fielder. That one dying quickly, and that's going to get between left center and center fielder to the warning track as Sumner comes around to score in there with a double for Mid-Karen. And Iola pushes this lead up to 3-0 here in the bottom of the third. Boyle's been throwing strikes, but in order to throw strikes, you have to put it into the zone. And for this Iola team that has won back-to-back championships in the Class 2A American Legion, you put anything close to the zone, hitters 1 through 9 are probably going to get a hold of at least one of these. Norton's offense needs to find a way to get going when they come back out here in the top of the fourth, have an opportunity here in this one. Boyle comes set on the 1-0 pitch to first baseman Grady Dougherty, right to the same spot. Center fielder ranges back. Good leaping catch there by Owen Hammond, setting in center field. Sacrifice fly by Dougherty will move runners up to third down. But a good job there by the center fielder. Second straight ball that's kind of driven in the gap. Good range of motion there. Only 6. Now we'll get her right here. 25 games played for Hammond out there in center fielder. Most games played of anyone on the team besides Boyle here pitching tonight for Norton. To experience on a lot of defense here. Here's a pop-up short side in between second baseman and shortstop. Second baseman Freeville takes it as Kyler Isabel pops out for the third out of the inning. Damage is done, though. 2 hits with 1 run, 1 man left on base, no errors in the field, no walks and no strikeouts allowed. Through 3 innings, Iola leads this one 3-0. We'll be back here in 60 seconds.
The bank is proud of all of the players and coaches of the Norton American Legion baseball team and all they have achieved this season. Good luck this weekend at the state championship tournament from The Bank, here for all your ag loan needs.
Bullock Incorporated knows that all the hard work and effort put in this season by the players and coaches of the Norton American Legion baseball will pay off this weekend during the state championship. Don't forget Bullock Incorporated for all your oil exploration and oil well service needs.
Boxler Insurance joins the community in supporting the Norton American Legion baseball team as they compete for the 2024 state championship. Boxler Insurance, the insurance store providing services since 1931.
Otters Inc. recognizes all the hard work and dedication the players and coaches of the Norton American Legion baseball team put in all season long, and they wish them the best of luck this weekend. From Otters Inc., building angle dozer blades since 1958.
Cowpoke Supply hopes the Norton American Legion baseball team hits it out of the park this weekend at the state championship tournament. Good luck from Cowpoke Supply, where they have everything you could need for any building or remodeling project.
Back to the top of the order for Norton. Colin Springer, Logan Willauer, and Jane Boyle will lead off here in the top of the fourth for this Norton offense that has not got their bats off their shoulders yet so far this evening. 7 strikeouts. Actually make that 8 strikeouts in 9 batters through the first line of the order for Corbin Cloud as he is just pumping it past them. Down in the count is Springer 0-2. Cloud brings it set from the belt, swing and a miss, make that strikeout number 9 here so far tonight, as we have seen some heck of a pitching performance, not only in this one, but in games earlier today too as well. Breen Primo for the Concordia Blues pitched a 6 1/3 inning game, 9 strikeouts in the game before us. Hiawatha earlier this afternoon. Gannon Becker pitched himself a gem of a complete game versus Marysville. 7 innings pitched, only 4 earned runs, 4 strikeouts and 2 walks in that one. But this one might be the best one so far here tonight in the last game of the evening, as Cloud gets ahead of Willauer now 0-2. Logan Willauer, strikeout victim, first time looking his first time up. this one. Ball's going to be a little bit high. 1-2 now is the count for the 2-hole hitter. Cloud comes set from the belt, stretches, deals, grounds it right back up. Shortstop's got it. Willauer Rice is the first. Can't quite run that one out. Good effort, though, by Willauer as he grounds out. 6-3 is the call. Now it'll bring up Jaden Boyle. Big right-handed pitcher. Pitching pretty good so far here tonight. Has only allowed the 3 runs. Only 2 big hits have been doubles with runners in scoring position. Just has not get the run support. Let's see if he can get the first hit of the night for Norton here this evening. He gives a swing and a miss on the first pitch. Down in this count, 0-1. Cloud working quickly here. We come back half of this inning. We're going to take a look at Norton's schedule throughout the season as they had a nice little run mid-season, started off a little slow, but were able to get through their zone tournament pretty easily. 0-2 quickly now on Boyle as Cloud looks to get out of this one unscathed just as he done the first 3. Pitch is going to be a little high on the fastball outside. Boyle, good eye on that one, stays alive with a 1-2 count. 1-2 count from the belt, stretches, deals. That's going to be low and away. 2-2 here is the count. Only fourth batter now to get past 2 balls thrown to him so far from this Norton offense. 2-2 count. Swing and a miss from Jaden Boyle. Strikeout victim number 10 tonight for Corbin Cloud. That's the second strikeout for Boyle. No runs, no hits, no men left on base, no errors in the field for the Norton offense as they are still held hitless through 4 innings. As we go into the bottom of the 4th, Norton trails this one 3-0. When we come back, we'll take a look at the Norton schedule here in 60 seconds.
As the Norton American Legion baseball team takes their hard work and dedication to the state championship this weekend, Equity Bank follows them with all the support they deserve. Equity Bank, right here beside you every step of the way.
TNC Kitchen roots for the home team and wishes them all good luck this weekend at the state championship tournament. Don't forget TNC Kitchen offers breakfast all day, every day, and be sure to check out their daily noon and evening specials.
Farm Bureau Financial Services of Norton is giving a big shout out to all the players and coaches of the Norton American Legion baseball team as they compete in the state championship tournament this weekend. It's never too early or too late to plan your financial future. You can contact Joy Johnson today.
Fun and Still Heating and Cooling is sure that the Norton American Legion baseball team will play cool under pressure and during their quest at the state championship tournament. Fun and Still Heating and Cooling provides maintenance on HVAC and heating units to keep you comfortable all year long.
Mad Duck Construction knows that the Norton American Legion baseball team has what it takes to go all the way this weekend in the state championship tournament. Good luck and bring home that trophy from Mad Duck Construction.
Trailing in this one 3-0 as we go into the bottom of the 4th inning. Norton has not been shut out once this year. They only scored 1 run against Concordia earlier this year, had a few 2-run games. The team that scores just a hair under 6.5 runs a game, they allow over just a hair over 7 runs per game, has been scoreless here by a dominant pitching performance from Iola starter Corbin Cloud. As through 4 innings, he has got himself 10 strikeouts of this Norton offense. Norton was able to get through their zone play with a win over Smith County and Grove County in their first 2 wins before they matched up with Smith County again. Of course, Smith County here in this tournament, they're the 3 seed. They defeated Independence here early on this afternoon in game number 1 at noon, as they will play tomorrow at 1 p.m. Good stop there by Prevost at second base. Grounds out 4-3 there does Logan Page, left fielder. Now 1 for 2 on the day. Avery Bolfus, now catcher up here for Iola. He is officially 0 for 0. Drew a walk, got all the way to second. But to finish up my thought there, only 2 losses in zone play came against Smith County, a team that's already here at the state tournament. So host Smith County, of course, got the automatic bid. Norton was able to get in here for the 2nd straight year, but they drew the tough matchup against top-seeded 27-6 Iola And when you get to this portion of the season, pitching is ever so important. Jane Boyle has been doing himself a decent job here so far, ahead in both his 0-2, looking for that strikeout pitch. That one's going to be low and away. Really hasn't pitched bad so far, but it's just those timely hits so far. 2 doubles given up in the first and third inning. First double brought in 1 run. Second double brought in the 3rd run of the game. This one's going to be popped high to shortstop. A diving attempt is going to be made by the shortstop, Colin Springer, but he couldn't quite get there. And it's going to be ruled a hit now for Bullfist. Good attempt there by Springer. It was a tough play between him, the third baseman, and the left fielder. And, of course, shortstop's going to take that play 9 times out of 10. Just kind of in that Bermuda triangle there. Players has that ball held up. Got a nice 5 to 15 mile an hour breeze blowing in right to left field. Kind of helped that one, too, blow away from the shortstop. So Iola's got a runner on now, 1 out. Here's going to be a drive over the head of the third baseman. Back-to-back hits now for Iola, as they've got runners on first and second now in the bottom of the 4th, threatening again here in this one. Blake Ellis, second baseman, will now come up, 2-hole hitter with 2 men on base. Ellis walked in his first at bat, came around to score on that 1 out RBI, a double from Trey Sumner. He grounded out to second baseman Prevost in his second at bat, looking to move his teammates up 90 feet. Meanwhile, Jane Boyle's just trying to get out of this one without allowing a run. He got himself out of a pickle in the second inning, ended up having runners at second and third before he got a ground out from Cloud and Ellis that closed that second inning door pretty nicely. So needing to use his defense here would be a golden opportunity now for a double play as the infield shifts around for the pull-hitting right-hander, Blake Ellis. Boyle brings set. That one's going to be in the dirt. It's going to be a pass ball, and most runners move up 90 feet, so a costly mistake there by the catcher as the pass ball takes that double play right out of play. 2 runners in scoring position now for Iola. Count is 1-1. Pitch being brought in from the belt. That's going to be a strike on the outside. Boyle ahead of Ellis now, 1-2. Boyle from the stretch now takes a peek in. From below the chin comes set, brings it home with a high leg kick, brings it in. That's driven right back up the middle. Shortstop sticks it, throws on over to first. 1 out. 1 run will come around to score, but we're going to take the out when we can. Sacrifice RBI for Blake Ellis. Runner moves up 90 feet. Now Iola puts another one on the board. It's 4-0 here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Rogan Weir, shortstop, wearing number 21. He is 1 for 2 so far today. He was that second run in the bottom of the 1st inning, grounded out to Prevost in the second baseman for Norton so far here tonight. Has been a busy man alone there on the right side of the infield. First pitch to Weir, the 3-hole hitter, is going to be a ball from Doyle. Doyle comes set. That one's going to be high and tight, too, as well. Behind in this count, 0-2. It's been a great day for baseball here. Glad to have you all tuned in on KQNK. Max Blasky with you, Mandy Fink back in the studio running the board for us here this evening. Always love to get a little late July baseball on the air whenever we can. 2-0 pitch misses again. Boyle behind in this count, 3-0. Pumps one down there on the middle, 3-0. Counts now 3-1 as Weir watches that one buzz right by him. Runner at third is Corbin Cloud. Other than that, no runners out there. But a 3-1 pitch is going to be close, but it is going to be called a ball. So third walk issue now by Boyle as that puts another runner on. Weir sitting over there at first, puts that running glove on. We might see him take off here, maybe on the first pitch. Stepping in, big right-hander, Trey Sumner. Always pushed in 2 RBIs with a double, got himself a single, but a steal came around to score. There is a steal there. Ball gets away from the catcher, but Weir is in the second easily with the steal. number 3 so far here for Iola. 2 runners in scoring position now, second and third, as Boyle looks to get out of this one. Ahead in the count, 0-1, brings in the 0-1 pitch. Ball squirts away from catcher just a hair, but stays close enough that doesn't allow runners to advance. Righty-on-righty matchup here. Boyle comes set underneath the chin, brings this one home. That's going to be high and tight. Little sneak out of the way there from Sumner, as he's now ahead in the count 1-2. Iola got through 2 in the bottom of the first, 1 in the bottom of the third, 1 here in the bottom of the fourth, and threatening more with 2 on. Here's going to be a ground out, though. Third, Sumner runs good, throw across the diamond, and he is out. 5-3 is going to go that ground out, but Iola puts up 1 more on the board on 2 hits, 2 walks, 1 sacrifice, and 2 men left on base for Iola. Coming up for Norton in the top of the 5th, it will be Hammond, Seams, and the Talheim. We'll be back here in 60 seconds.
The Norton American Legion Post 63 is proud of all of the Norton American Legion baseball players and coaches for their hard work this season. Good luck and have fun this weekend as you go for the championship.
Everyone at United Northwest Federal Credit Union stands behind and supports all the efforts of the Norton American Legion baseball team. Good luck from United Northwest Federal Credit Union, where everything they do for you.
Donovan Excavating knows the Norton American Legion baseball players and coaches will dig deep and try hard to win the state championship this weekend. Donovan Excavating is your first call for all of your oil field and farm dirt construction needs.
Hopalong IT Services of Norton wishes the best of luck to the Norton American Legion baseball team this weekend. Hopalong IT Services offers local IT support for residents and small to mid-sized businesses.
Everyone at Moffitt Drug are big fans of the Norton American Legion baseball team, and they know the team will bring their game this weekend at the state championship tournament. Good luck from Moffitt Drug, your hometown pharmacy in Norton.
Big thank you to our sponsors here this evening, including Otters Incorporated, Cowpoke Supply, and Equity Bank, making this broadcast possible here on KQNK. Glad to have you all along. Max Blasky with you on the call. Mandy Fick back in the studio, making it all work. Norton trailing here in this one, 4-0 is our score. Here's kind of a little bunt single by Owen Hammond, but it's going to be a ground out to the pitcher as Norton still has not got a base runner. We've gone now 4 1/3 inning. Corbin Cloud is just throwing strikes. So for this Iola team, I'll have to take a count here when we go. His pitch count has been pretty darn good, and that's because he's not really throwing balls. Caden Seams now up there, first baseman for Norton. Watches that first one. Of course, right on cue, there's a ball. Now we're going to come back with a strike, 1-1 count here for Seams. Already 10 strikeouts for this Norton offense here tonight, but just can't pick up this fastball coming out of the hand of Cloud. Quickly behind in the count now, 1-2 is Seams. Seems a strikeout victim in the second inning, trying to avoid that here, but reaches and does not. Checks up on that one. Good job on the pitch, low and away. 2-2 count upcoming now to Seams. Trying to get something going for this Norton offense. Blows that fastball low and away. Good job on not biting there. Full count, here we go. First full count we've had this evening. Norton looking for their first base runner. 3-2 pitch. That one's going to be high and tight, and a good walk drawn there by Seams. And we've got our first base runner for Norton here in the 5th inning. Gavin Talheim will step into the plate now. We're going to have a visit from Coach DJ Taylor for Iola. Don't know if we're going to have a pitching change or what. He's pitching awfully darn good, and it does look like we're going to have a pitching change here for Iola, trying to keep that pitch count down. Probably use him as this tournament goes along. Pitching change upcoming for Iola. Base runner finally on for Norton over on first base. That's Caden Seams. We'll be back here in 30 seconds as Norton threatens here, hopefully, in the top of the 5th.
Breeze Crop Agency joins in on cheering the Norton American Legion baseball players and coaches as they breeze through the competition this weekend. At Breeze Crop Agency, they know the importance of investing in you and your future.
Cole Family Eye Care is cheering on the Norton American Legion baseball players and coaches as they compete in the state championship tournament. Cole Family Eye Care provides quality eye care and vision needs for the entire family.
The bank is proud of all of the players and coaches of the Norton American Legion baseball team and all they have achieved this season. Good luck this weekend at the state championship tournament from The Bank, here for all your ag loan needs.
So it will be a pitching change here for Iola. Logan Page will now take over after 4 1/3 masterful innings pitched by starting pitcher Corbin Cloud. He goes 4 1/3, allows only 1 walk, which is the lone base runner, 10 strikeouts too as well for Cloud here in this one so far. So I'm sure Coach is watching that pitch count, trying to use them as this tournament goes along on into Saturday or Sunday possibly. Of course, winner of this contest, they will get 4-seeded Concordia. They held on for a 5-3 victory over Corning earlier this afternoon. On the top side of the bracket, 3-seeded Smith County, who got in by way of winning the same zone that Norton was in. They win 3-2 over Independence. Meanwhile, Hiawatha gets past the Marysville 6-4 in game number 2 here this afternoon. That'll send a matchup of Independence and Marysville at 8 a.m. tomorrow morning. Meanwhile, Corning waits the faller of this contest for a 10:30 first pitch tomorrow morning. So in now to pitch, it will be the left fielder Logan Page as the lefty brings it in hard now. So we're going to go from a hard-throwing righty to a hard-throwing lefty here in Logan Page. I believe Corbin Cloud just moved out to left field. We'll check that here as the game goes along. Lefty brings and deals, and he's going to hit. Gavin Solheim going to wear that one off that right shoulder, but we're going to have 2 base runners now for Norton, first and second, with only 1 out here in the top of the 5th, looking for their first run of the evening, trailing here 4-0. Iola put up 2 in the bottom of the 1st, put up 1 in the bottom of the 3rd, and 1 in the bottom of the 4th. Now Norton's got 2 base runners on for Carter Kendall. Third baseman stands there, number 13, so far this year, batting .280 on the season with 15 RBIs, leads the team, or tied for the lead for the team in those 15 RBIs. Also 11 walks here so far on the season. All singles so far here for Kendall, but that's all he needs to drive in 1 run as he watches the 0-1 pitch go by. 1-1. Here is the count. Kendall, of course, is strikeout victim in that 3rd inning. Worked the count 2-2 before falling victim, swinging and missing. Kendall against the left-handed Page now. Page sets and deals, brings that one in high and tight, pumping it in there about 70-75 miles an hour. 2-1 is your count, as Kendall is ahead in this one. Lefty brings it set above the belt. High right leg hits, swing and a miss as Kendall couldn't catch up to that one. Was looking a little bit something slower, but a fastball high and tight got those eyes a little wide for Kendall. Swing and a miss. 2-2 now. Runner on second. Caden Seams, he drew a walk. Gavin Thalman himself got hit by a pitch. Kendall's going to draw another hit by pitch as I heard the bat kind of go off. It must have ricocheted right off kind of the hand portion of the bat. So back-to-back hit by pitches for Norton here, has the bases loaded in this 4-0 game. Still yet to find their own hit, still yet to break through in this one. But here's a golden opportunity for the bottom of the lineup. Ryan Prevost now, second baseman, will step into the right-handed batter's box. Watches that one high and away go through. Prevost 236 on the season. Only 9 RBIs, but a golden opportunity to get Norton on the board here with a little bloop single. There's a pitch pretty darn close to the bottom of the strike zone, but it's going to be called a strike nonetheless. 1-1 now the count for Prevost. Strikeout victim in the 3rd inning, ran the count 1-2, but couldn't do anything with it. Starting pitcher for Iola, Corbin Cloud, gets pulled after 4 1/3 innings, 10 strikeouts, only 1 walk here at the beginning of the inning, and that was Caden Seams, who now stands at 3rd. Gavin Thalheim stands at 2nd. Carter Kendall stands at first. Ryan Prevost on the plate, looking to break through here, fouls that one off to the first base side. That's going to be a foul ball now behind in the count, 1-2. Norton looking to keep this one close, try and get a win here in first round action. Jane Boyle has pitched decently so far here for Norton American Legion. Just has not gotten run support so far this evening. Looking to get it here with bases loaded in the top of the fifth inning. First time Norton's had runners on this entire contest. 1-2 pitch is going to be low and away. Ties this one up now at 2-2. Page already a different style of pitcher than Cloud was, not working near as fast. A little more labor intensive from the lefty. Shakes off pitch 2, shakes off pitch 3. We're finally going to go with it here. Lefty comes set above the belt, brings this one home and strikes out Prevost. Second strikeout now here for Prevost this evening. Bases are still loaded, but that's out number 2. As now Kai Cox steps up here with another golden opportunity. 2 outs here, top of the fifth. Bases loaded for Norton. Still looking for their first base runner of the evening. Already 11 strikeouts for the squad here today. Bases juiced now for the bottom of the order, 9-hole hitter Kai Cox. Behind now in this count, though, 0-2 after the swing and a miss. Watch the first one go by. Swing and a miss on the second one. Needing to make contact here. Stay alive. Actually, 1-1 is the count. Wrong on that. Now it's going to be 1-2 on the swing and a miss. Back-to-back swings and misses. Cox trying to not be another strikeout victim. And he was. Okay, so scoreboard lied to me. I thought I was right, and I was. Kai Cox strikes out for the second time here so far tonight. 3 men left on base for Norton in the top of the fifth inning. No runs, no hits. 2 men hit by pitches and 1 walk. But it turns into no runs for Norton as they leave these bases juiced and can't break through on the scoreboard, still trailing 4-0. When we come back, bottom of the fifth inning, defense trying to keep this one close for Norton. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Bullock Incorporated knows that all the hard work and effort put in this season by the players and coaches of the Norton American Legion Baseball will pay off this weekend during the state championship. Don't forget Bullock Incorporated for all your oil exploration and oil well service needs.
Boxler Insurance joins the community in supporting the Norton American Legion baseball team as they compete for the 2024 state championship. Boxler Insurance, the insurance store providing services since 1931.
Otters, Inc. recognizes all the hard work and dedication the players and coaches of the Norton American Legion baseball team put in all season long, and they wish them the best of luck this weekend. From Otters, Inc., building angle dozer blades since 1958.
Cowpoke Supply hopes the Norton American Legion baseball team hits it out of the park this weekend at the state championship tournament. Good luck from Cowpoke Supply, where they have everything you could need for any building or remodeling project.
As the Norton American Legion baseball team takes their hard work and dedication to the state championship this weekend, Equity Bank follows them with all the support they deserve. Equity Bank, right here beside you every step of the way.
TNC Kitchen, Farm Bureau Financial Services, and Fawn and Steel Heating and Cooling are proud sponsors of the American Legion Post-63 baseball team this year. We thank them for the support and always keep it local throughout the entire year. Max Blasky with you here on the call from Concordia, Kansas. 4-0 is our score as Norton just left the bases loaded in the top of the fifth inning. Couldn't come up with any runs after Iola pulled their starting pitcher after 4 1/3 innings of masterful pitching. Corbin Cloud left the game with 10 innings pitched, only 1 walk, and Norton is still being held hitless so far here in this one, but had a golden opportunity last half of the inning with bases juiced, but could not come through with the big hit. Brendan McCannon drives this one to the left center field gap, but a good play made by the left fielder running. That's been 2 or 3 good plays made by that duo out there in left and center field. And saved a few runs so far, and a big first out now for pitcher Jaden Boyle. as he has pitched, I've mentioned it a few times already, a decent game so far here today, but just no run support. This Norton offense just being overpowered by this Iola pitching staff. 1 out down in the bottom of the 5th inning. Grady Dougherty, first baseman, steps in. He is officially 0 for 1 with a strikeout and a sac fly. Sac fly moved those runners 90 feet up in the 3rd inning. No one came around to score from that sac fly, as that was one of those middle innings, that Doyle was able to get out of. Doyle here, though, behind 2-0, now behind in the count 3-0, trying to avoid his 3rd or 4th walk issued so far here tonight. Doyle comes set from the chin, stretches and deals. That's going to be that 4th walk of the evening. Good eye there by Dougherty. Doyle didn't give him anything to really hit in that at bat. That gives Iola a runner at first now. 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Kyler Isbell, third baseman now, stepping into the right-handed batter's box. Isbell himself 0 for 2 as well. Strikeout victim in the 2nd inning. Pop-out victim to Prevost in the 3rd. Runner on first. Sets and deals. Ball's going to be driven in between the gap between short and 3rd. 2 diving attempts by the shortstop and third baseman. Excuse me. As Carter Kendall and Colin Springer couldn't quite get to that one. So a walk and now a hit here, and Iola is back in business in the top of the 5th inning, already leading this one 4-0. Boyle's got to be careful here not to give up another run. His offense hasn't been able to find a groove so far here this evening. New pitcher Logan Page will step into the batter's box. He is 1 for 2, a single in the 2nd inning, stole second base. Now he grounds this one to the pitcher, throws it over to first. Sacrifice will advance the runners 90 feet. So 2 now in scoring position for Iola, but 2 outs. And just like that, Boyle needs himself 1 out to get out of this inning. Third or 4th time now Boyle's been in trouble, was in trouble there in the 2nd inning, had runners 2nd and 3rd, ended up getting 2 ground outs. A little trouble there in the 3rd inning, did give up a run, but left the Stranders on first base. Left 2 on base in the 4th inning, too, as well, so it could be a little bit worse for this Iola squad, or for this Norton squad, as Iola has left on base 6 men already, and here's a wild pitch that gets away from the catcher. Already wild pitch number 3, or pass ball, whichever way you look at it here this evening, but that one doesn't turn into a run. Everyone stays put where they're at. His man on 3rd there, Grady Dougherty, couldn't quite figure out what he wanted to do. 1-0 pitch comes home. It's going to be high and outside to Avery Bullfuss. The catcher so far here this evening, officially 1 for 1 with a single. Got it to second on a pass ball, came around to score on an RBI single by Corbin Cloud. This one's driven into the left field corner. 2-1 will now be your count to the 9-hole hitter. Two runs in the first for Iola, 1 run in the 3rd, 1 run in the 4th, threatening here again in the 5th. But Jane Boyle looking to get out of this one without any harm done. Norton offense hasn't been able to find their stride, needing to keep this deficit right here at 4 if they're going to have a chance. Pitch is going to be low and away. Believe we've got ourselves a 3-1 count, and we do. 3-1 now to the 9-hole hitter for Iola. Top of the order coming back up. Here's a little check swing. Boyle got away with that one, as Bullfuss wasn't quite sure what he wanted to do, just kind of pokes that one right into the net. Now we've got a full count. Full count, 2 outs here, bottom of the 5th inning. Runners on 2nd and 3rd will be in motion. There's a swing drive, center fielder, and that one's going to drop in front of the center fielder. 1 run comes across the score, make that 2 runs come across the score, and a 2 RBI single now by Avery Bullfuss puts this lead up to 6-0 for this Iola squad. Boyle was one pitch away from getting out of that one, but just couldn't quite get that one pitch to be where he needed it to be. Bullfish just kind of pokes that into the opposite field gap right in front of center field. Now he stands at first with Corbin Cloud up the bat, top of the order for Iola. Fake bunt attempt there by Cloud as Bullfish takes off for a second. That is going to be a steal, still number 4 here for Iola on the evening. No throw down as the catcher sticks that one in his back pocket. Pitch was a ball to Corbin, who so far here tonight is 1 for 3 officially. Got a single in the 4th inning. Got all the way up to 3rd. Was left stranded there in that case. Runner at second now for Iola. 6-0 here in the top of the 5th inning. This one gets away from the catcher a little bit too high as Bullfish takes a long run around 3rd. Thought he was going to try and go second to home on that pass ball. But a good job by Boyle of covering home plate. Keeps him at 3rd. 3-0 is your count. That one's whipped in there for a strike. A little give-me strike there from the batter. Now Boyle hopefully back in this one, 3-1. Boyle comes set underneath the chin. Kicks and deals. Brings it home. Here's going to be a drive right side. That's off the light pole. Foul ball. So now a full count. Here we go again. Had Bullfish in a full count last at bat. Ended up poking a single right in front of the center fielder. Drove in 2 runs on 1 hit. 3-2 pitch. Kicks, deals, brings it home. Here's a drive. Left center fielder. That one's going to hang up in the air for the left fielder. It does, and good out there. Boyle escapes with the pop out to the left fielder. Making good plays so far here tonight has been this Norton outfield. But Boyle gives up 2 runs on 2 hits, 1 man left on base, no errors in the field. Those 2 runs gives it a 6-0 lead for Iola as Norton will come up to bat in the top of the 6th inning. 6 more outs for Norton to get something rolling here from Concordia. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
TNC Kitchen roots for the home team and wishes them all good luck this weekend at the state championship tournament. Don't forget TNC Kitchen offers breakfast all day, every day, and be sure to check out their daily noon and evening specials.
Farm Bureau Financial Services of Norton is giving a big shout out to all the players and coaches of the Norton American Legion baseball team as they compete in the state championship tournament this weekend. It's never too early or too late to plan your financial future. You can contact Joy Johnson today.
Fun and Still Heating and Cooling is sure that the Norton American Legion baseball team will play cool under pressure and during their quest at the state championship tournament. Fun and Still Heating and Cooling provides maintenance on HVAC and heating units to keep you comfortable all year long.
Mad Duck Construction knows that the Norton American Legion baseball team has what it takes to go all the way this weekend in the state championship tournament. Good luck and bring home that trophy from Mad Duck Construction.
The Norton American Legion Post 63 is proud of all of the Norton American Legion baseball players and coaches for their hard work this season. Good luck and have fun this weekend as you go for the championship.
Max Blasky back with you here on KQNK from your friends at KQNK and Mad Duck Construction. We appreciate you listening in. Of course, appreciate to our sponsors that are making this broadcast possible so far here tonight. Colin Springer grounds this one into the dirt, right back to the pitcher. It is a 1-3 ground out to start this top of the 6th inning, as Norton has not had anything going for them last inning. Their last inning, they did get bases loaded but left them stranded after a walk, a hit by pitch, and another walk. Not the bases loaded, but strikeouts by Ryan Prevost and Kai Cox ended that bid for the Norton chance to score. So far here in this one, 6-0 has been our score, and it's been all Iola in this one, living up to their 27-6 record. Logan Willauer up there now, took a strikeout looking in the 1st inning, grounded out to the shortstop in the 4th. Now tied up here in this count, 1-1. So Swing and a miss now, down in the count, 1-2 to Willauer. Relief pitcher Logan Page pitching nicely here. He's only allowed 2 hit by pitches, got himself 1 strikeout. And gets himself a second strikeout actually on that one, as Logan Willauer wasn't quite sure what he wanted to do with that one. So second strikeout there for Willauer, and that'll bring up Jane Boyle, trying to avoid the golden sombrero. Already 2 swinging strikeouts here this evening, trying to avoid a third here in the top of the 6th. Takes the first pitch ball, good eye there, as he's worked the counts pretty nicely so far here in this one. Few Norton batters have, but this Iola pitching staff is just throwing strikes and throwing fastballs that Norton cannot keep up with. 1-1 pitch from the lefty, Page, as he sets, deals, big leg kicks, brings it in. That one's low and away. Again, if you didn't catch us in the beginning, this is a young Norton Senior American Legion team. We had 3 boys that are technically Senior Legion, had to bring some up from the Junior Legion squad this year, so getting experience against some high-level pitching here so far in this first contest. 2-2 pitch. Boyle swings and misses at that 1-2. He's going to watch one come inside, work this count full here, try and get himself on base for the first time. Norton so far still looking for their first hit. We're in the top of the 6th inning. 3-2 pitch to Boyle. That delivers. That one's going to be low and away. Good eye there by the pitcher. Should know just as good as the catcher what's going on. Only the 5th base runner for Norton so far here, and we're in the top of the 6th inning. Owen Hammond will get an opportunity now, the center fielder, as we're going to have time and I believe another pitching change from head coach DJ Taylor of Iola. So pitching change upcoming here for Iola. We're going to take another break. We're going to bring it back here after 60 seconds, see if Norton can get themselves a run across here in the top of the 6th inning.
Everyone at United Northwest Federal Credit Union stands behind and supports all the efforts of the Norton American Legion baseball team. Good luck from United Northwest Federal Credit Union, where everything they do for you.
Donovan Excavating knows the Norton American Legion baseball players and coaches will dig deep and try hard to win the state championship this weekend. Donovan Excavating is your first call for all of your oil field and farm dirt construction needs.
Hopalong IT Services of Norton wishes the best of luck to the Norton American Legion baseball team this weekend. Hopalong IT Services offers local IT support for residents and small to mid-sized businesses.
Everyone at Moffitt Drug are big fans of the Norton American Legion baseball team, and they know the team will bring their game this weekend at the state championship tournament. Good luck from Moffitt Drug, your hometown pharmacy in Norton.
Breeze Crop Agency joins in on cheering the Norton American Legion baseball players and coaches as they breeze through the competition this weekend. At Breeze Crop Agency, they know the importance of investing in you and your future.
A little pitching change, a little position change here too as well for the Iola squad. Blake Ellis is going to take his seat at the top of the 6th inning as he was first due up for Iola here coming up in the bottom of the 6th. So Blake Ellis is going to take his seat now. Incoming for pitcher will be Gavin Jones. So Jones is going to take over on the mound. I believe that's going to move Page to center field, and then center fielder who was out there, Trey Sumner, I believe, is going to move to second base. As the sun begins to set here in Concordia, a little bit hard to see those red letters on those dark blue unis. We'll keep you updated on that just as soon as they come around to bat here in this one. And that hasn't mattered much, though, compared to this Norton offense so far here today, as the Iola pitching staff has pitched wonderfully so far. Starting pitcher Corbin Cloud went himself 4 1/3 innings, only allowed 1 walk, struck out 10 batters in those 4 1/3 innings, only had himself 2 groundouts, or 3 groundouts, for those, faced the minimum in all 4 of the first 4 innings he was in there. Logan Page came in relief. He pitched an inning and a third. He gave up the 2 hit-by pitches and a walk there in the top of the 5th that gave Norton bases loaded, a golden opportunity to get a run in, but shut the door with 2 strikeouts. Ryan Prevost and Kai Cox there in the 5th got himself a 3rd strikeout in the top of the 6th. Just walked himself to give himself that 2nd walk on the evening. After the pitching change now, as before mentioned, it will be number 3, Gavin Jones on the mound for Iola. Up to bat, though, Owen Hammond. Opportunity now here in the top of the 6th to get something going after the 2-out walk was drawn by Jaden Boyle. Boyle standing at first, decent little lead, takes a little takeoff, won't go, and it's going to be a first pitch strike to Hammond. Hammond so far on the season, 3-14, 23 runs himself, 13 driven in, 13 walks, 2 as well. Decent eye does this Norton team have, but so far today, they've been overpowered by the fastball of these Iola pitchers. Jones a little bit slower here, coming out a little bit more finesse. Got this count tied up at 1-1. Righty on righty matchup. Jones is going to wear number 3. Drops a little changeup low and away. Will be ahead in the count now for Owen Hammond, 2-1. Trying to get something going here for Norton. Still hitless in this contest. They've had 3 base runners. 4th one now standing on first is Jaden Boyle after he picked himself up a full count walk. Good eye now by Hammond, too, as well, as he draws this count 3-1 in favor of the batter. Pitcher coming off the bench. Always wonder about how loose he is. So far, 3 balls, 1 strike. Brings the 3-1 pitch. That one's going to be high and away. Back-to-back walks now here. Gives a little bit more life to this Norton offense. Gavin Tallheim now will step into the batter's box. Now, excuse me, I believe it should be Caden Seams, and it will be. Misread the score sheet there. Seams so far here tonight officially 0-for-1. Had himself a strikeout in the 2nd inning. Drew a walk in the 5th. Part of that walk inning got him all the way over to first. He kind of started that little mantra that Norton had, got all the way over to 3rd. Gavin Tallheim followed that up with a hit-by pitch. Carter Kendall followed that up with a hit-by pitch. Now Caden Seams has worked this count 1-1 here. Runners on first and second. It is Boyle and Hammond. Boyle drew himself a 3-out or a full count walk. Owen Hammond ran the pitch 3-1, drew himself a walk 2 as well. 1-1 pitch now to the right-handed batter Seams. Seams backs out of the box a little bit, takes a strike. Behind in this count now 1-2. The big first baseman, number 44, standing in their righty-on-righty matchup. 6-0 is our score. Norton trails in this one at bottom of the 6th inning, and a swinging strikeout will be the call as Caden Seams can't catch up to the curveball. First strikeout for Gavin Jones on the evening as Norton goes no hits, no runs, leaves 2 men left on base, and can't scratch across the run. Still a big goose egg in that score column. We come back at bottom of the 6th inning. 6-0 is our score. Norton trails. We'll be back here in 60 seconds.
Cole Family Eye Care is cheering on the Norton American Legion baseball players and coaches as they compete in the state championship tournament. Cole Family Eye Care provides quality eye care and vision needs for the entire family.
The bank is proud of all of the players and coaches of the Norton American Legion baseball team and all they have achieved this season. Good luck this weekend at the state championship tournament from The Bank, here for all your ag loan needs.
Bullock Incorporated knows that all the hard work and effort put in this season by the players and coaches of the Norton American Legion baseball will pay off this weekend during the state championship. Don't forget Bullock Incorporated for all your oil exploration and oil well service needs.
Boxler Insurance joins the community in supporting the Norton American Legion baseball team as they compete for the 2024 state championship. Boxler Insurance, the insurance store providing services since 1931.
Otters Inc. recognizes all the hard work and dedication the players and coaches of the Norton American Legion baseball team put in all season long, and they wish them the best of luck this weekend. From Otters Inc., building angle dozer blades since 1958.
So Gavin Jones comes in for the Iola pitching staff, gives them a third of an inning there at the bottom of the sixth. Now he's going to get an opportunity with the bat as he's going to lead off this bottom of the sixth inning. Iola leading 6-0 here. Norton has not been able to catch up anything. Jones is going to drive this one to left field. It's going to hang up in the air. Good catch there by the left fielder. Good play made out there. As a few of those have been good plays so far out there. I believe that's Kai Cox sitting out there in left field between Cox and Hammond out there, center and left field. Some good plays have been made defensively. So pop out 7 will be the official score on that one. And now Rogan Weir will step into the batter's box, takes a first pitch strike from Jane Doyle. Weir so far here tonight officially 1-for-2. Got a single in the first inning. Came around to score on the one-out double by Trey Sumner. Grounded out in the third, drew a walk there in the fourth. Got up to second with a steal before the door was pushed shut by Trey Sumner. Good grab over by the third baseman, Carter Kendall. Drew him all the way off the line. Didn't want to risk a throw across the diamond. Would have been kind of a cross-body throw. Just a good job to stick the glove down there and stop that ball. But it's going to be ruled a single there for Weir. So he is now officially 2-for-3 here in this one. And that's going to bring up the before-mentioned Trey Sumner. He is 2-for-3 with a double and a single, 2 RBIs, 1 run, and 1 steal to his credit so far this evening. And on first pitch action, Weir takes off for second and slides in there easy for the 5th steal of the evening for Iola. Of course, Iola came into this contest the top seed here, 27-6 in this Class 2A state baseball tournament in Concordia. Norton got in by way of their region. They lost to region winner Smith County, with 3 seed Norton 10-13 on this season. A young squad under head coach Scott Ellis, 2nd straight year back here in Concordia, though. Expect to see them back again next year. To the left field, and that's going to be misplayed. It's going to get past the left fielder after the nice running catch by Cox. This one's going to allow a run to come in, and digging for a triple, digging for an inside the park home run, getting down, and it is going to be a home run by Trey Sumner. An inside the park home run, tacked that on with an RBI as Rogan Weir came around to score from the second base sideline. So that is a home run for Trey Sumner. Showed off the speed. Don't think he's going to get an opportunity at a triple, but he is 1 triple shy of the cycle here in first round action, as he has a double in the first inning, single in the third, and now a home run here in the 6th. So 3rd hit of the evening. That one's going to drive in 2 more runs. Iola 2 runs away here from the run rule in the bottom of the 6th inning, only with 1 out. Don't obviously think we're going to see them in the bottom of the 7th, as we got a mound visit here from the coaches for Norton here. It's been a tough go of it from the batting standpoint. Norton so far here this evening, only 3 base runners. They didn't get their first base runner until the 5th inning. No hits so far here this evening for this Norton offense that just hasn't been able to get those bats in quick enough for this Iona pitching staff. But there's a reason this Iola squad is back-to-back state champs in American Senior Legion here in Concordia. Braden McKernan, now right fielder, steps into the bag. He is 1-for-3 with a double and the 2 pop-outs, got all the way to third in the third inning before being stranded. One thing this Norton pitching staff, and I guess it's just been Jaden Boyle as he's gone the distance so far here today, has done a good job of getting out of jams so far. 8 runners left on base for this Iola squad so far here today. Multiple times runners on second and third too close to scoring position, and Boyle's been able to get himself out of it. Just this non-offense did not show up after the 2-hour trip from Norton here today for this squad. Boyle pitches it in there. It's going to be a 2-2 count now on McKiernan. Looking to just get out of this inning, only allowing those 2 runs. It's going to be a rip down the right field line. It's going to be foul. We're going to stay even here at 2-2. Looks like Norton will play tomorrow morning right at 10:30. They will take on 5th seed Corrine, barring a miracle, coming up here in the top of the 7th inning. First round exit for this Norton squad as there's a drive between center and left field. Cox is going to call that one. Gets that second out of the inning. Good running play there by Caden Cox. Again, left field and center field are getting a lot of action so far here tonight, doing a good job. Cox did have the error in the first inning, but other than that, it's been a masterfully played defensive game out there. Looks like we are going to have a pitching change for Norton as Boyle approaches his pitching count. We're going to take a 60-second timeout, bring it right back here as we round out this 6th inning.
Cowpoke Supply hopes the Norton American Legion baseball team hits it out of the park this weekend at the state championship tournament. Good luck from Cowpoke Supply, where they have everything you could need for any building or remodeling project.
As the Norton American Legion baseball team takes their hard work and dedication to the state championship this weekend, Equity Bank follows them with all the support they deserve. Equity Bank, right here beside you every step of the way.
TNC Kitchen roots for the home team and wishes them all good luck this weekend at the state championship tournament. Don't forget TNC Kitchen offers breakfast all day, every day, and be sure to check out their daily noon and evening specials.
Farm Bureau Financial Services of Norton is giving a big shout out to all the players and coaches of the Norton American Legion baseball team as they compete in the state championship tournament this weekend. It's never too early or too late to plan your financial future. You can contact Joy Johnson today.
Fun and Still Heating and Cooling is sure that the Norton American Legion baseball team will play cool under pressure and during their quest at the state championship tournament. Fun and Still Heating and Cooling provides maintenance on HVAC and heating units to keep you comfortable all year long.
So, pitching change upcoming here for Norton in the top of the 6th inning. Tyler Stewart, number 7, is going to take over for Jaden Boyle. Boyle ends up going, let me do the math here real quick, 5 2/3 inning. He is going to take the loss here in this one as he allows 8 runs. 8 runs on 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 12 hits for Boyle so far here in this one as he takes the seat. After a decently pitched game, he did get 2 strikeouts to his name, walked 4 in this one, but it was just the absent offense for this Norton squad that did not help his cause as we try and get through the top of the 6th inning. Bottom of the 6th inning. Norton will have one more opportunity going into the top of the 7th here with 2 outs. Pitching change here as Stewart's going to take the mound. Righty. First pitch is going to be in the dirt. Ball 1 to Grady Duggarty. Duggarty so far here tonight officially 0 for 2 with a strikeout in the first inning, had himself a sac ground out in the 3rd, and then drew a walk and came around to score a run in the 5th. Swing and a drive down the left field line. That one's going to be foul by Duggarty again as we knot this one up here at 1-1. Thank you all for tuning in here on KQNK. We will be back on tomorrow morning at 10:30 versus Corning. It'll be the early game here for Norton. They still have an opportunity, though, to make a run, as this is a double elimination contest. If they happen to win, they'll play Saturday afternoon. If they happen to lose, that will end the season for this Corning squad that entered here 10-14 on the season. They started the year off with a little bit of a struggle, only 1-4 to start the year off in May and early June. Found a little roll there towards the beginning of July where they actually won 5 straight games before dropping 2 to Smith County in mid-July. Of course, we were able to pick up wins versus Smith County and Grove County in zone tournament play back on the 19th, but then fell to Smith County in championship action 14-2 and 10-15. This one gets over the head of left fielder Cox again into second base on the strong throw with the stand-up double will be a Dougherty, as Iola keeps turning it on here in these late innings. 3 hits on 2 runs so far here in this 6th inning, as it is 8-0 Iola. And they've all done this here with 2 outs, too, as well, here in this 6th inning. Now up to bat will be Kyler Isbell, third baseman. Officially 1 for 3 here this evening. Struck out in the first inning. Popped out in the third. Got a single for himself in the 5th and came around to score in that 2-run 5th inning. Iola has put up runs in every inning but the 2nd. They jumped out to a 2-0 lead after the first inning. As here's a pop out to the pitcher. That will be 3 outs. But Iola got themselves 2 runs in the bottom of the first. Were held scoreless there in the 2nd. Got themselves 1 run in the 3rd, 1 run in the 4th, 2 runs in the 5th and 6th. As we go to the top of the 7th, we're just going to keep it right here as we wind down this contest. There in the 6th inning, Iola gets themselves 3 hits on 2 runs, no men left on base. It is going to be a change of scoring on that inside the park home run. We are going to call it a triple with an error on left fielder Cox and an opportunity to make a play. The ball just went under his glove. So no inside the park home run, though it was pretty exciting from that standpoint. Don't get to see those every day, but a triple nonetheless there for Sumner, as Iola has just handled Norton here in a first-round action. A big thank you again to our sponsors this evening, Norton American Legion, the United Northwest Federal Credit Union, Donovan Excavating, Hopalong IT Services, Moffitt Drug, Breeds Crop Agency, Cole Family Eye Care Center, the bank in Norton, Bullock Incorporated, Boxler Insurance, Otters Incorporated, Cowpoke Supply, Equity Bank, TNC Kitchen, Farm Bureau Financial Services, Fawn and Steel Heating and Cooling, and Mad Duck Construction. For Max Blasky on the call this evening and Mandy Fick back in the studios, we appreciate all those sponsors that are making this broadcast possible. And, of course, we thank you to our listeners. Without you, wouldn't be broadcasting this to anyone. So thank you for tuning in to Norton American Legion Baseball right here on KQNK. It's been an uphill climb for Norton this entire contest as they go in to the top of the 7th looking for a miracle, trailing 8-0, and still looking for their first hit of the contest as Gavin Tallheim will come up to bat. He is officially 0 for 1, struck out in the 2nd inning, took that hit by pitch in the 5th, and the inning in which Norton had bases loaded but could not come up with the big hit to drive in any runs. So Tallheim's going to try and get stuff going here in the top of the 7th. Last chance for romance for this Norton squad, as throwing a first pitch strike will be Gavin Jones, third pitcher here for Iola here in this contest. From below the chin, stretches and deals, kind of floats that one in there just a little bit high. 1-1 is the count. 1-1 count now coming here from Jones. Winds, deals, left leg kick. That one's popped to the left side, dug out by the first baseman, though. Tough break there for Norton, as they can't get anything past this Iola defense here this evening. Number 1 is going to get an opportunity here for Carter Kendall, on that is going to be Traxton Ragland, wearing number 1 so far here this evening. Traxton so far here this year still looking for his first hit, so what a time to come through with his first hit and his 13th at bat this evening. Norton trying to avoid the hitless streak from this tough Iola pitching squad. Righty comes in and deals. That's going to be a ball outside to the pinch hitter. Norton will face a tough Corning squad. They ran into a heck of a pitching matchup tonight from Braden Primo from Concordia. Primo went 6 1/3 innings, struck out 9 Corning players. Corning some decent power and good pitching themselves. Norton's going to have to bring their A game first thing in the morning, get showered, get iced up, forget about this contest to get back here at 10 a.m. right here on KQNK. Strikeout looking there on Traxton Ragland. And we're going to have another change here. Sean Anderson getting an opportunity, big number 0. Righty steps into that right-hander's box. Last chance for romance here for Norton. Anderson steps in there. Jones brings it and deals. First pitch is going to be low and away. Ball 1 here to the pitch hitting Anderson. Below the chin, sets, deals, does the pitcher. Now 0-2 here on Anderson. Trying to just work themselves a walk. Just let's get in the hit column here, boys. Let's try and get something going. Get that momentum back on your side. We'll have to be back here early tomorrow morning. Another opportunity to stay in this double elimination tournament. 0-2 pitch. That's going to be a swing and a miss. 1-2 now the count, as Anderson couldn't catch up to the fastball from Jones. It's been a 3-pitching monster for Iola so far here tonight. We're going to recap that after we get the post-game action coming up right at the conclusion of this contest. Good eye there by Anderson. Is now 1-3 is the count. Jones comes set here with the 3-1 count. Brings it in from the hip. Called strike 2 in the inside portion of that zone. Full count now, 3-2 to the pitch hitting Anderson. 2 outs here on the top of the 7th. Full count. Anderson, last chance here for Norton. Jones comes sets, brings it in. That one's going to be inside as Anderson works himself a walk. 5th walk here for Norton here in this contest. Now batting it will be Kai Cox, who has had a mixed day in the outfield, has had some really nice plays, has also committed the lone 2 errors for Norton so far here in this contest, but looking to come through with the first hit of the evening from the 9-hole. We're going to have a pinch runner over at first base. That will be Eli Springer getting an opportunity there. Eli Springer setting over there now at first base. Cole Cox here so far tonight trying to avoid that golden sombrero. 2 swing and strikeouts early on in this contest in the 3rd and 5th inning respectively. This one's going to be fouled straight back over the head of the sound booth here. 9 in the count now, 0-1. As before mentioned, Norton will be back on the field at 10:30 in the morning. They will face off against Corning. You can catch that game right here on KQNK, and of course in the app and online too as well. Second pitch is going to be fouled off to the right-hand side. Norton back down to their final out here this evening. 0-2 count to Kai Cox. Runner at first, decent little lead. Jones comes set from the belt, kicks and deals, brings it in. That one's going to be inside and tied. Cox turned away from that one. So 1-2 now is the count. 8-0 is our score. 2 outs here, top of the 7th. It's been a dominating pitching effort for Iola, and they're going to close it out with a strikeout. Just like they started, they're going to close it out with a strikeout. Final score here this evening, 8-0 as Norton falls to the bottom side of the bracket. They will take on Corning at 10:30 in the morning with an opportunity to stay alive in this double elimination tournament. We're going to take our final break here from our last set of sponsors. And coming back here, close out with a little post-game coverage from Concordia. Again, Norton falls 8-0 to Iola in first-round action of Class 2A state baseball from Concordia. We're back after this.
Mad Duck Construction knows that the Norton American Legion baseball team has what it takes to go all the way this weekend in the state championship tournament. Good luck and bring home that trophy from Mad Duck Construction.
The Norton American Legion Post 63 is proud of all of the Norton American Legion baseball players and coaches for their hard work this season. Good luck and have fun this weekend as you go for the championship.
Everyone at United Northwest Federal Credit Union stands behind and supports all the efforts of the Norton American Legion baseball team. Good luck from United Northwest Federal Credit Union, where everything they do for you.
Donovan Excavating knows the Norton American Legion baseball players and coaches will dig deep and try hard to win the state championship this weekend. Donovan Excavating is your first call for all of your oil field and farm dirt construction needs.
Hopalong IT Services of Norton wishes the best of luck to the Norton American Legion baseball team this weekend. Hopalong IT Services offers local IT support for residents and small to mid-sized businesses.
Everyone at Moffitt Drug are big fans of the Norton American Legion baseball team, and they know the team will bring their game this weekend at the state championship tournament. Good luck from Moffitt Drug, your hometown pharmacy in Norton.
Breeze Crop Agency joins in on cheering the Norton American Legion baseball players and coaches as they breeze through the competition this weekend. At Breeze Crop Agency, they know the importance of investing in you and your future.
Cole Family Eye Care is cheering on the Norton American Legion baseball players and coaches as they compete in the state championship tournament. Cole Family Eye Care provides quality eye care and vision needs for the entire family.
The bank is proud of all of the players and coaches of the Norton American Legion baseball team and all they have achieved this season. Good luck this weekend at the state championship tournament from The Bank, here for all your ag loan needs.
Max Pulaski back with you here from Concordia, Kansas, as we wrap up final action here from Class 2A state tournament action. Norton again falls 8-0 to Iola. Iola moves on to 28-6 on the season. Norton drops to 10-14. We're going to take a look at our final rally scorecard here this evening. Then we'll take one more time out, and then we'll take a look at how this bracket is shaping out and remind everyone of our schedule coming up for tomorrow. We're going to start first with Iola, who scored 8 runs on 12 hits this evening, only struck out 2 times over this contest, walked 5 times too as well, and it was really just timely hitting and good pitching by this Iola squad. Not really necessarily a player of the game unless we want to go ahead and talk about Trey Sumner from Iola from that standpoint anyway. He ended up going 3 for 4, had himself 3 RBIs, 1 run scored, and a steal, including a double, triple, and a single. That triple was technically an inside the park home run, but was actually ruled a triple with an error in the field. So 4-hole hitter from Iola came up big today for the back-to-back state champions here in Concordia. As for Norton, it was a pitching display for Iola, not much to necessarily write home about. They had an opportunity in the 5th inning thanks to 2 hit batters and a walk, left 3 men on base, just could not come up with a hit. As Norton goes no runs on no hits, they struck out 16 times here in this contest and only walked 3 times, thanks in part to starting pitcher for Iola, Corbin Cloud, who in 4 1/3 inning ended up striking out 10 Norton batters, only walked one. He was followed up by Logan Page, who went 1 1/3 inning, ended up striking out 3, did have those 2 hit batters and those 2 walks, almost gave up the first run before Gavin Jones came in and closed out the contest with 1 1/3 inning pitched, 2 strikeouts, or make that 3 strikeouts, 2 walks. As for the Norton pitching staff, it was mainly Jaden Boyle here in this one. Boyle did not pitch bad. He did go 5 2/3 inning. He will pick up the loss with those 12 hits and 8 runs. Did strike out 2 and walked 4 as Iola jumped out to the 2-0 lead at the first inning, put up 1 run in the 4th inning, 1 run in the 5th inning, 2 runs in the 5th inning, and 3 runs in the 6th inning to get Iola this 8-0 lead. We're going to take one more break here. One last word from our sponsors as we round down that list. When we come back, we'll take a look at how the bracket is winding down and remind you where you can hear Norton baseball tomorrow morning. Again, Norton falls to Iola 8-0 in first-round action here at the Class 2A state baseball tournament, from Concordia. We're back after this word from our sponsors.
Bullock Incorporated knows that all the hard work and effort put in this season by the players and coaches of the Norton American Legion Baseball will pay off this weekend during the state championship. Don't forget Bullock Incorporated for all your oil exploration and oil well service needs.
Boxler Insurance joins the community in supporting the Norton American Legion baseball team as they compete for the 2024 state championship. Boxler Insurance, the insurance store providing services since 1931.
Otters, Inc. recognizes all the hard work and dedication the players and coaches of the Norton American Legion baseball team put in all season long, and they wish them the best of luck this weekend. From Otters, Inc., building angle dozer blades since 1958.
Cowpoke Supply hopes the Norton American Legion baseball team hits it out of the park this weekend at the state championship tournament. Good luck from Cowpoke Supply, where they have everything you could need for any building or remodeling project.
As the Norton American Legion baseball team takes their hard work and dedication to the state championship this weekend, Equity Bank follows them with all the support they deserve. Equity Bank, right here beside you every step of the way.
TNC Kitchen roots for the home team and wishes them all good luck this weekend at the state championship tournament. Don't forget TNC Kitchen offers breakfast all day, every day, and be sure to check out their daily noon and evening specials.
Farm Bureau Financial Services of Norton is giving a big shout out to all the players and coaches of the Norton American Legion baseball team as they compete in the state championship tournament this weekend. It's never too early or too late to plan your financial future. You can contact Joy Johnson today.
Fun and Still Heating and Cooling is sure that the Norton American Legion baseball team will play cool under pressure and during their quest at the state championship tournament. Fun and Still Heating and Cooling provides maintenance on HVAC and heating units to keep you comfortable all year long.
Mad Duck Construction knows that the Norton American Legion baseball team has what it takes to go all the way this weekend in the state championship tournament. Good luck and bring home that trophy from Mad Duck Construction.
Max Blasky back here from Concordia, Kansas, as Norton falls to Iola 8-0 in first round action here from Class 2A State Baseball American Legion action. Games are done here for today, so we're going to take a quick look at the bracket on the top side. Smith County is going to move on to Saturday action as the 3-seeded Smith County defeated Independence 3-2 in their first game this afternoon. They will take on Hiawatha, the 2-seed, as they top Marysville 6-4 in game number 2. 4-seeded Concordia and host here this year gets on to second round action after a 5-3 win over Corning, a rematch of first round action from last year. And then on our game here this evening, top seed Iola takes care of Norton 8-0 to move on to second round action. That moves to the bottom side of the bracket, starting bright and early at 8 a.m. Independence will square off against Marysville, and then Norton will go against Corning at 10:30. You can, of course, hear that contest right here on KQNK tomorrow morning. For Mandy Fick back in the studio, Max Blasky on the call this evening. We want to thank all our sponsors that made this broadcast possible, but more importantly, we want to thank you, all the listeners that tuned in here this evening on a wonderful Friday from Concordia, Kansas. Again, Norton falls 8-0 in first-round action. We'll see you tomorrow morning at 10:30. Everyone, please drive home safe, and we'll see you tomorrow.